Hi Scorpio, welcome to Eyes to See Tarot and your tarot reading for the upcoming weeks ahead. We got a freestyle reading going on, so I just kind of let the cards fall out and kind of tell you what they say, stuff like that. Let's see if we can get something going on for Scorpio in the upcoming months. It looks like you're seizing an opportunity, not that you really want to, not that it was your first instinct, but almost like you seem to be going back and rethinking. Let's go ahead and get some of that, whatever that is. But it's almost like the more that you try to control it, or the more that try to micromanage and, well, if this is what we're doing, then this is the way that I want to do it. So I don't know if some of you might have continued to reject this idea, continue to reject this. Ooh, what is going on? Okay. So for the portion of you, there's some way back in the way back, some things that are still kind of healing, that you've gotten over. Still not very right when it comes to it, with the King of Pentacles here. Not very stable, not very sure in your surroundings, the people that you surround yourself with, your job. You're not really secure with it, even at the tail end of that. Like, we're not really getting over it. We're over it, but it still kind of haunts us. You know, like, we're not going to recreate the situation in a new person, place, or thing. So it's kind of actually like stopping us a little bit. It's kind of walled us off a little bit. So for the portion of you, here you'll be declining the offer, which isn't necessarily too bad of a thing, because with these coming up with the accepted offer, or the idea that we're going to go ahead and let's do this thing. The Ace of Swords in the upright and the Magician in the reverse says that, all truths be told, you're not mentally capable, not unintelligent, but emotionally, to go ahead and make this thing work. So that being the case, that would definitely explain the Emperor in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So even if you do go ahead and try to accept the relationship, the job, the thing that you feel is being offered, like you have this opportunity, right? It's time to take a real good look at yourself, before the opportunity arises, or just make sure that you have all your little ducks in a row energetically. Because what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing an overcompensation. I'm seeing a need to overly control the situation. I see the situation breaking down or not coming to its full potential, because of the fact that you're unable to let go of the reins, for God's sake. It's like you have to have your opinion, you have to have that control. You're looking at every little thing, every little detail, and kind of watching it slip out of your grasp. They say it's my way or the highway. Well, when you go ahead and get it your way, Scorpio, you're not letting it unfold to its full potential. It's time to take a look at things. So if we do go ahead and accept this thing, do so with a childlike mind, right? Be able to grasp other people's opinions or perspectives. Look at it from a different perspective. Don't look at it through these eyes right here, right, of the past, because it's gonna destabilize and create a situation that doesn't allow it to come to a full potential, its full potential. All right. We're bound by it. So have Pisces, Capricorn, Aries right here. And what are you saying? Oh, and then King of Swords. Okay, use appropriate discernment. And with this Ace of Swords right here, there is the possibility that you will be able to discern this situation accordingly. Not from looking at past instances, right? Or how this person did, or what happened in 1978. You know, you won't be looking that far back. Look at it with new eyes. Look at it with a new perspective, a new grasp for the situation, right? It's time to learn something new. It's time to be introduced to something new. You know, it did go this way, but it could go this way. And after a certain amount of time, situations happen to us, we start to heal a little bit. The possibility or the probability of things doing it this way again are slim to none. You have achieved a higher state of consciousness. You have achieved a healing mind. You have achieved doing things differently and getting different results. So don't mess up the results because of who you were in the past. You're not that person anymore. That's why you're being offered this situation again. And I'm not necessarily saying it's going to look like, they're not going to look like twins, for God's sake. It's not going to be the same exact, but it's going to have enough, and some of you have these little triggers, you know, subconscious triggers, and that's what's going to end up coming out. I have the Seven of Cups and the Devil. That's the second time the Devil's come up, like right next to each other. So what I'm trying to figure out is what binds us to dissociating from reality. Scorpio. In this situation, the cards are saying that what ends up happening is you're not rooted in reality. You're rooted in that past instance. You're chained to that past instance that's keeping you trapped and locked in a cycle that actually no longer exists, right? With the Magician right there in the reverse, it's like you're sending these waves, this it's not precog is what's happening. And no, it sounds like, well, because I thought this was going to happen and this did happen. You know, it's that you're planting the seeds for it to happen. And for all intents and purposes, these next couple of weeks, I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out a solution for you to stop getting caught in this little cycle, right? It's a very small pin, very round pin. Keep going around, keep going around, keep going around. We're going to look for the gate. How do I get Scorpio out of this situation? How do I get Scorpio out of the situation and into a more fulfilling life, right? It says that you're going to go ahead and try to accept the offer, and I would suggest, you know, with the Hangman here, being able to look at it from a different perspective before you do. Childlike eyes. That's what I see. Okay, nothing's coming out that way. And there's the Magician in the upright. The Magician in the upright, after being told to look at it in a new perspective, don't look at it from the lenses of the past, look at it as a brand new, fresh endeavor. Even I posted just recently that today you've lived your life. Today we're no longer. We have lived. So then you wake up and you take what's left without any recollection or regard from the past, right? And we live it properly. We live it appropriately. And it takes some practice, but it's a really, really good exercise where what I do is I sit And then everything from the past, I no longer carry that. I no longer let that weigh me down. I am not the latest version of a past self. I am the youngest version of my newest self. Yes, today's self. I have the Seven of Pentacles, which is awesome, and the Queen of Swords. All right, with appropriate discernment. Because what I'm seeing here is being locked and lost, and with the Devil here, right? Being bound to this daydreaming, fantasy, expectations. You know, how can I judge a book by its cover? The Seven of Cups, right? Because I'm looking at a whole bunch of books on the shelf and I'm just trying to figure out which one to choose. And I don't go into depth in any one cup or any one avenue. I just pick it by its cover. So I'm bound to that without having any real substance into what I'm actually getting into. So with the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles is really checking it out. It's really doing the math, right? And the Queen of Swords is right there, kind of backing them up just a little bit, trying to let you know. I'm here to let you know. Patience, discernment, truth-seeking. We are really getting to the root of the issue, and if we just keep our fear out of it, if we just keep our past out of it, everybody's different. Every situation is different. It's going to constantly change, and the only way it does not change is if we do not change. If you're active in progression and advancement and health, getting your issue, then you're going to see a different situation in a different outcome in every situation. Two of Swords. Will you be able to see the difference? Will you be able to note the difference? Hardly. Barely. It's a real kind of slippery slope here. Actually, Scorpio. Okay, what are you? And the Queen of Wands. Action and thought. All right. All right. Well, with that being said, the Two of Swords is sitting between the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Now, what do you think gets you a better idea of what is actually transpiring in the garden? What's actually going down in the hood? Like what it's thought, right? It's actively discerning between truth. Yes, I mean, you can put your foot in there a little bit, you know, test the waters, dip your little toes in, see exactly what's going on, but do take action with new childlike eyes, right? Can I see a little bit about the person that Scorpio is dealing with? Can I see a little bit about the person that Scorpio is dealing with, please? Oh, there's that Four of Cups again. Because in all actuality, they're not unlike you, right? You might be attempting to seize this opportunity with all this baggage from the past and all this shit that's gone on before, but the challenge for you is to go ahead and see it with new childlike eyes. Do not take that baggage. Do not compare, because it's apples and oranges. You know, yeah, they're both fruit, but don't try to compare it, because what you're going to do is you're going to miss some very key points if you do that. If you trap it, if you put it in that little box, it doesn't really belong in that box, right? So the person that you're dealing with actively would like to go ahead and bypass this whole situation, in all honesty. With the Four of Cups in the upright, your Four of Cups is in reverse. They'd like to just kind of bypass this whole situation. They don't want to do it either. So with that in mind, have a little bit of empathy for this person to begin with. You know, don't necessarily lock them into your predisposition of what you think it is because they're treating you a certain way. It's a possibility that they don't even see the opportunity. See the Four of Cups? He's looking at other things. He's invested in other things. He's paying attention to other things. He's a little bit too busy to even see that this thing exists. Maybe your flirts aren't coming through. Maybe your resume got stuck to the bottom. Maybe there's so many resumes that they can't even check it out. So stop assuming you know what's going on and just try to like pay attention a little bit. It might surprise you. Eight of Swords in reverse. So with the Eight of Swords in reverse, it seems like they could also be going through an ordeal that is helping them shed the weight of limiting beliefs, right? Oh, what are you? Oh. The Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Chariot kind of lead me to believe that there's a sense of humility, right? There's a sense of needing to reach out and get some help somewhere. I have a lot of options, but I'm going to go ahead and let, because it's effortless with the Chariot right there. Could be a Cancer, but also it could be that what is unfolding is beyond my control, right? Knight of Swords. It's going to kind of happen fast. So whatever kind of stalemate or stagnant things that yes, I want to go ahead and wipe my feet before I walk in the door. That's for you, Scorpio. This person is kind of wanting to go ahead and step out of a fear-based or a limiting belief that has been locked. So to them, it's almost like you're not even an option. You're off the table. It's off the table. The possibility is off the table because the way that I've been taught and the way that I've grown up is that we don't do it like this. So the possibility of it existing is still unbeknownst to them, right, at this time. But what happens is there comes a situation, and you're going to be asking, or they're going to be asking, why is this happening to me? I've always been very, very independent. I've always been very, very strong. Why am I needing to reach out for help, right? A friend in need is a friend indeed. So when this happens, right, and you have all these options of where to receive this help, where to receive this leg up, this Chariot is going to come out of nowhere and just kind of bring you and them together. Put you in a situation where you do get to know each other just a little bit better, and then the blindfold starts coming off for them. They become just a little bit more aware of there being a possibility for a situation. This is kind of cool, actually, Scorpio. So, let's see. Give them a chance. Queen of Cups. That's 3 queens out. Now, there's also a possibility that with the 3 queens out, pulling for this person, they could actually have a lot of, not past baggage, but I could also have very strong female energy around me. Baby mama, mother, aunt, BFF, you know, I could have many options. I could have many past instances, right? So do keep in mind that, oh, the Six of Swords, it would be very, very hard for them to pull their energy away from these key pillars, these cornerstones, right? So I would think that you'd have to accept this person as they are, and that's really, really difficult for a lot of people, right? I'm not trying to pick the flower and own it. I'm trying to care for it and water it and be around it, and you're going to have to take into consideration that this Queen of Wands, right, is a very intricate part in their lives. This Queen of Swords is a very intricate part and stable. They go to them for advice. They go to them when they're confused. This Queen of Cups, very intricate, emotional well-being. I learned how to be emotional because of this person. They're going to come up a lot. Don't let jealousy or envy or insecurities tell them that they're not good enough because of where they derive their strength or where they've graduated from, per se. There's a lot of really good information in this reading, but it does not seem like a very fun month. It doesn't. It seems like it's a bit scary, a bit emotionally triggering. It seems like it is one of the most rocky treks up the mountain that I've ever seen. It's not filled with a lot of animosity, but it is filled with a lot of old healing baggage for the both of you. For the both of you. So do have a little discernment. Do try to look at it with new childlike eyes. Do try to hold a little bit of empathy. And don't judge them for where they derive their strength from. And that's pretty much all I have for you, Scorpio. Hope you come back and see me at Eyes to See Tarot. And until next time.